great job. Now, speaking about that, based on your experience being 15 years at Canada, what's the state of football in Canada and in Ottawa at this moment?
I honestly don't believe with all the stuff that's going on with football and everything else and concussions and everything and the training that we've gone 15 years ago, we weren't training our coaches the way we are now. We weren't certifying coaches the way we are now. We weren't taking as much concern in the concussions and all the injuries and the tapings and everything else that we do. So I feel that we've come leaps and bounds in the last several years. We're doing a lot better. And it's something that we're trying to accomplish, and we're doing a better job at it. But it's I don't feel that personally, I don't think football is coming down yet. I think we're still holding on. The parents and stuff like that. Our enrollment at Canada this year is right up there. We're probably at about 96, 97%.
That's great news.
Of capacity. Yeah, and you know what? I mean, it's just something that I think it's come a long way. I think the sport has come a long way now that the Red Blacks, now that the universities are in town. The Sooners and the Ottawa Sooners are here now. There's so much high-end football in the city that the kids want to get involved and the kids want to play this sport. So I think that's where it's going. But do I fear a future as a sport? I do fear the sport. I fear that the people above when we talk about the OFA, the Ontario Football Association, the Canadian Football Association, some of these people are making decisions based on university levels, and they're going to affect youth football and how we do it. And I think we speak for ourselves and how we run our programs, but we can't speak for the people in other provinces or in other places, in other leagues. I think INCAFA does a heck of a job on making sure that we do it the right way and we enforce it the right way. And I think that's why we have such a good league. And people look up to our league and they say, you know what, that's a well-done league. We should take more precedence of doing it that way. So I'm hoping. My fingers are crossed that football is here to stay and not something that, in 2 or 3 years or 5 years down the road we feel like dwindling down. But that won't be from a lack of not trying from our end.
I agree 100%. And I think that more and more when you analyze sort of how successful the OVFL teams from Ottawa are, how successful football players that come through the NCAFA system, that really play the full system, that go through Tyke Mosquito, Pee Wee, Bantam, sometimes Midget, OVFL, then go on to Sooners or CIS or NCAA even, the fundamentals that these kids have, the level of coaching that they have, the fact that they've been through so many situations on the football field, they have the experience, and I think that you cannot match that in the entire country when it comes to an organization. I think, like you said, NCAFA does a great job. Now, we're going to talk a little bit right now about sort of the outlook for the Canada Knights. Last year, if I'm not mistaken, you had 2 teams in the A-Cup final.
Correct.
And that was at Pee Wee and at Tyke.